Most women think when they're not seeing fat loss results, they need to take more time, more workouts, and more restrictions. But what if I told you that 80% of your fat loss results actually come from just 20% of your habits? Seriously, all it takes sometimes is focusing on mastering those 20% of your daily habits, the boring, not fancy, not trendy daily habits that make fat loss easier, faster, and much more sustainable. In this video, I will go over exactly why the 80-20 rule matters and why 100% perfection 100% of the time is not necessary to see sustainable results in fat loss, the 5 main habits that make up that 20% and will bring you the majority of your fat loss results. And make sure you watch this video all the way to the end because I'm going to explain habit stacking and how it's going to help you start to implement these daily habits to finally see the fat loss results you've been working so hard for. So as always, I want to get right into the video, but of course, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you get a notification whenever I release a new video, just like this one, every single week. Let's start by quickly going over what the 80-20 rule is and why it even matters. The Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, shows up in every area of life because in business, 20% of clients usually cause 80% of customer service issues. 20% of the clothing in your closet gets worn 80% of the time. And in fitness and nutrition, 20% of your daily habits create 80% of your fat loss results, meaning you don't need to be perfect 100% of the time. You don't need to completely overhaul your life. You don't need to spend hours counting calories, weighing food to be 100% perfect, living at the gym, or canceling social plans so you can stick to your diet 100%. This means just a few boring habits done consistently week after week, month after month is going to give you the majority of your results. And this is what will help finally pull you out of that all or nothing mindset. Now let's talk about the 5 main habits, that 20% of habits that create 80% of your fat loss results. Habit number 1, eat a high protein diet. This, in my experience working with hundreds of women between 30 and 70, has been the biggest needle mover. And if you only prioritize one of the habits I talk about today, protein should be the one. Eating a high protein diet automatically helps you stay more full, control your cravings, which makes it much easier to stay in a calorie deficit for fat loss, helps you maintain and or build muscle, which if your goal is to achieve a body recomposition or appear leaner or stronger, this is where protein is going to be major key. And with the maintaining and building of muscle, eating your protein is going to help boost your metabolism, not only because protein has a higher thermic effect of food, meaning it takes more energy and more calories for your body to digest protein than it does any other macronutrient. Seems like a given. You hear lots of people talk about protein and get your protein intake, but it's surprising how many women are not prioritizing protein at every single meal and getting enough protein every single day to see results. Habit number 2, prioritizing daily movement. So this is our NEAT, our non-exercise activity thermogenesis versus just doing cardio workouts. Your daily movement is going to burn way more calories than your workouts do each day. Most women don't have a slow metabolism or dead metabolism. Maybe they have slow movement throughout the day. So if you're going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, you're doing cardio, you're strength training, this is amazing. But if that is only for 1 hour and then you lay on the couch or sit at a desk for the rest of the day, this could be the culprit to not seeing fat loss results. Implementing a daily habit of increasing your NEAT, again, just your daily movement, so aiming for minimum 6,000 to 8,000 steps a day, taking walking breaks, parking further away from the grocery store, standing instead of sitting. If you're on a work call that doesn't require you to be in front of a computer on Zoom, if you can walk around your house while you're on that call or up and down the stairs, just trying to find ways to increase your daily movement will go a long way. This is one of the most underrated fat loss tools because the first thing people think about, I want to lose weight, I need to go to the gym and do cardio. But when you think about it, if I'm only doing that 45 minutes or 1 hour of cardio, yes, it is great. It is great for heart health. You are burning calories, mental health, all the things. That's 1 hour out of 24 hours in the day. If you are sitting and doing absolutely nothing the rest of the day, if you can just increase a little bit of daily movement and slowly start to implement that habit, think about how much of a difference that's going to make in the overall fat loss journey. 20% habit number 3, strength training 2 to 3 times a week, especially if you want body recomposition or you want that toned look. So you want to be able to see muscle definition in your legs, maybe in your abs, in your arms. You are not going to get this look without strength training. Your body shape, your curves, your metabolism, and your definition comes from muscle. So strength training is gonna help increase your metabolism, so you are burning more calories even at rest, which in turn will help reduce belly fat, help you appear leaner and stronger. And again, for women 35 and over, this is going to help us as we age with hormone health, joint health, and just function better in life. You don't need long workouts, you don't need heavy barbells, you don't need fancy gym machines, but you do need consistency. Stick to the basics, compound exercises with some accessory work and core work between 30 to 60 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week, wherever you can get your workouts in, whether it's at home, whether it's at the gym, whether it's on your lunch break at your office gym, wherever you can be more consistent, that's where you want to do your strength training workouts. And again, consistency and progressive overload will go way further than fancy machines and a cute outfit to wear to the gym. Habit number 4, eating mostly whole foods and not relying on packaged foods and diet foods. So what I mean by that, in general, you don't need to do keto. You don't need to do intermittent fasting. You don't need to cut out carbs. You don't need to eat only smoothies 3 times a day and cut out food completely. You just need to follow one simple principle: 80% whole foods, 20% fun. Now, this is looking at the big picture. Of course, macronutrient split and calorie deficit is huge in this. So of course, eating in a calorie deficit is what will fuel your fat loss. But if you want to feel good and feel energized and get those sustainable fat loss results in your calorie deficit, this is where you want to be prioritizing whole foods, because they are filled with fiber, they are filled with micronutrients that are gonna help your body feel good and keep you feeling full. If you are eating out of packages and bars and boxes and relying on processed food to hit your calories and hit your macros, eating these type of foods more than 20% of the time can affect your gut health, which can cause digestion problems, bloating. So again, I'm not saying you have to be 100% perfect and restrict the foods. I definitely do not eat that way, but 80% of the time, so even 80% of your day or 80% of your week, you are prioritizing whole foods. I just want to take a minute to thank today's video sponsor, Element, one of my go-tos for replenishing my electrolytes after sweaty workouts. Electrolytes are so important for so many functions in the body, including hormonal regulation, nutrient absorption, and fluid balance. Sometimes water just isn't enough. And Element has the perfect balance of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And better yet, 0 artificial sweeteners, no sugar, so no junk. Element can help prevent and eliminate headaches, muscle cramps, fatigue, sleeplessness, and other common symptoms of electrolyte deficiency. Right now, get a free 8-count sample pack of Element's most popular drink mix flavors with any purchase. Get yours at drinkelement.com/Michelle. This deal is only available through my link. You must go to drinklmnt.com/Michelle. And then habit number 5 is sleep and stress recovery. This is a very sneaky 20% that really can be a huge game changer. Poor sleep and constant stress create more cravings, more belly fat, more emotional eating, less motivation to move or lift weights. Now I understand, we get stressed out. I do too. Sometimes we have a bad night of sleep. I get it, especially if you're a woman in your 40s and things are starting to change and you're noticing changes in your sleep. But do your best to prioritize your sleep and prioritize yourself when you feel yourself getting stressed out. Know what things for you will help you relieve your stress, whether that's meditation, whether it's going for a walk and listening to a podcast, whether it's lifting heavy weights, whether it's taking a nap, whether it's watching some reality TV or reading a book. Whatever your thing is, as long as you know your thing that will help you decrease your stress, try your best to prioritize those things in times when you feel stressed. Same with sleep. Do your best to prioritize your sleep. We're not staying up all night watching Netflix just because we can and then complaining about how tired we are in the morning, or that we can't get up early in the morning to do our workout, to get a walk in. If you are prioritizing your sleep and doing the best you can to control that situation, then you are doing the best you can. So there you go, guys. Those are the 5 Very, very basic and simple healthy habits that make up 20% of the millions of habits that you hear about online that can help with fat loss. These 20% habits, these 5 little things are gonna create 80% of your fat loss results. And not only see those results, but keep those results sustainable. So once you lose the body fat, it's gone forever. People often think it seems too easy and they don't want to commit to doing the boring things on repeat. Maybe you're not seeing results fast enough and you get impatient, but it doesn't mean you're not doing the right things. True fat loss or body recomposition takes time. Did you ever hear the term slow and steady wins the race? It's so true in fat loss. So if you can do anything in 2026 to become a different person by this time next year, master these 5 habits. Crush them every single day and slowly build on them and get better at them and watch the magic happen. And you can also start to add in other things, of course. But if you don't have these 5 habits mastered, all the other things aren't going to matter. Lastly, I want to talk about habit stacking. So these habits are great, Michelle, cool, but how am I supposed to implement these into my day? Here's a tip that I like to give people, something called habit stacking. This is a great way to start implementing these habits without feeling overwhelmed. Habit stacking is a simple strategy that pairs a new habit with an existing one you already do automatically. So here's an example of how you could implement and habit stack these 5 fat loss habits. The protein habit stack. So your existing habit is waking up and making your morning coffee, at least for me. Coffee is life. Habit that you can stack onto that morning coffee habit that you are already doing. Make a healthy breakfast while your coffee's brewing, whether it's even just a quick protein shake or throw some protein powder in some Greek yogurt with some berries and eat that, or pack it to take with you on the road. Starting your day with a high protein breakfast, whether it's immediately in the morning or packing it and preparing it to take with you to work or wherever you go in the morning. The movement habit stack. Existing habit, you have a lunch break every day. Whether it's at work or you're at home with kids or by yourself, at some point you are going to have a lunch break and eat lunch, I hope, because food is fuel. Increasing your daily movement, you can habit stack taking a 10-minute walk every day after lunch, whether it's outside, on a walking pad, or around your living room. Daily movement, habit stacking right after lunch, I'm always gonna take a 10-minute walk. Strength training habit stack. Existing habit, picking up your kids from school every day or dropping your kids off at school every morning. How do we habit stack that strength training habit to this habit? Do a 20 to 30-minute lift either right when you get home from dropping them off or right before you leave to pick them up. The Whole Foods habit stack. An existing habit is your weekly grocery shop. A habit stack that you can stack onto this grocery shop is buying pre-cut veggies to make it easy for simple grab and go snacks. Buy some cooked chicken if you know you've got a busy week and you won't have time to pre-make your chicken, or purchase 3 high protein staples each and every week that are easy for you to add to meals and snacks or grab and go. And then lastly, a sleep and stress habit stack. An existing habit is you brush your teeth every night. A habit you can stack onto that to help with sleep and help reduce stress. 5 minutes of deep breathing, stretching, or light reading in bed before you go to sleep. Get yourself off the screens. These are just a few examples of how you can stack these new habits onto things that you already do every single day. You can start with one, and then once that feels automatic, add another. You don't have to be perfect, but if you're more conscious of it today than you were yesterday, you're already winning. Little small baby steps each day, each week, trying to improve on the little things and perfect and consistently show up on the little things will yield the biggest results. And that is the power of the 80-20 rule. So there you go, guys. As always, I hope this video was helpful. As we're ending one year and heading into a new year, I really wanted to post this video because a lot of people think, new year, new me, I gotta change everything. I'm gonna start a diet in January and I'm gonna start a workout plan that's 7 days a week and I'm at the gym 3 hours a day. You don't need to do all that. You can even take the last few weeks of December to start implementing this 80-20 rule. Don't say, well, I've got 5 Christmas parties and I've got, Christmas dinner and I've got this and that. I might as well just give up and start in January. Not at all. You can start to implement these daily habits and the 80-20 rule. Healthy balance. If you've got a Christmas party Wednesday night, all day Wednesday, you are prioritizing your protein. You are drinking your water. You are doing all the healthy things that makes up your 80%, and then go have fun and make up that 20% at your Christmas party. You wake up the next morning and you get right back into it. And that is how you see sustainable results. Leave any questions in the comments below. This will be my last video of 2025 because I want to take the next few weeks to unplug and really enjoy quality time with my family and friends. And I wish you guys all the best in this holiday season, and I will see you back here again in January. I want to thank each and every one of you for your support of this channel and of me. Reading your comments about how much my videos are helping you on your fitness and fat loss journeys really fuels me to keep going. So happy holidays, happy new year, enjoy this time, 80-20 rule. If you need help with your workouts or your nutrition, either now in December or heading into the new year, you can learn more about working with me one-on-one in my online fitness and nutrition coaching program. I will put a link to that in the video description below if you want to learn more. And as always, have a great day, guys. Enjoy the rest of your year and see you next year.